This is a great one to pick up on. They actually lowered the price from the price I saw yesterday down to $155.99. This is a 32 gig quad-core tablet with a docking keyboard. What that means to you is that you've got a regular laptop experience in a compact size of 10 inches, right? But at any time you want, you can detach the keyboard and now you just have a tablet. So you get the docking station right here, and you get a great tablet. Both of them will work together because this docks right on top, just like that, right? It's magnetic, and now you can close it up and take it anywhere you need to go. Huge battery life of 10 hours. It has 2 cameras, a 2 megapixel front and a 5 megapixel rear camera. So you can take pictures, you know, wherever you need to. It's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, all the great things you expect there. 32 gigs of storage, 2 gigs of RAM, which is plenty for multitasking. 2.8 pounds total weight, and 10 hours, again, of battery life. It is a great deal. I do have colors available. I'll step over and I'll show them to you. So the one up front, burgundy. This one here is called copper. Really cool color. This one here is called, was it slate blue? Slate blue. The one best here is gold. And then finally, we have it in charcoal. And that's a really, really great color as well. It comes with the ultimate app pack built in, discounted today, about $30 off, and free shipping and handling. And we put it on 5 Flex, $31.20. And Joe Harrison, standing by. Joe's gonna take us on a little tour. Hey, Joe.
Hey, guy. It's
buddy.
good to see you, buddy.
You too, been a while.
Love this 2-in-1. It's been a while, but it's great to be here.
Yeah.
So this 2-in-1 concept just has been out for about 5 years, but in the last year, it's really been one of the hottest trends in electronics. The reason why, we rely on these devices so much over the last year because we haven't been going to work, our kids haven't been going to school. You need really a 2-in-1 because like Guy showed you, this does 2 different things. It can be your computer, it can be your tablet. You don't have to go out and buy 2 separate items. This one is the best of both worlds. And because it has that Google operating system, yes, your Google Assistant is built into it. Yes, it has access to the Google Play Store with over 1 million different apps. But when you think about a computer weighs, what, probably 5, 6, 7 pounds. This is 2.5 pounds. And you're lucky to get a 3, maybe 4-hour battery life. This has now up to 10 hours of battery life. So it's a computer when you need to do those everyday functions, but it's a tablet when you want to have fun. But they really designed this. I love that Compaq's been around for decades. They started as a computer company, and they took all that engineering and said, let's make this perfect hybrid, this 2-in-1 model. We've got this great touchscreen experience. When you look at it as a computer, if you measure from the Q to the bracket, it's the same size keyboard as a full-size computer that you've been using for the past 10 years. They made the keypad, the trackpad, a little bit larger so it's easier to navigate just like a regular laptop would be. When you look along the side of the computer, it's got all those ports, including even full-size USB ports that you would find on this computer. So you can plug in a printer, you can plug in a mouse, you can plug in your Cricut. You have that USB technology right there to plug in and act like a traditional computer would. But then on the inside, it's also got a quad-core processor. Now, quad-core is the most powerful processor I've ever offered in any computer. It gives you the ability to do things faster, whether it's turning it on faster, the internet becomes faster, it loads apps faster because most computers only have 2 cores. Or 2 brains. This one has 4 cores, 4 brains, 4 engines. So it makes a big deal when you have that type of technology on the inside. But when you're ready to separate this and use it as a tablet, you don't have to push any buttons. You don't have to unplug anything. You don't have to separately charge the keyboard. All you do is there are 2 magnets. You release the magnets. And now you turned it into a tablet. When you're ready to use it as a computer again, you connect the magnets again, and now you're ready to use it as a full functioning computer. Then you go ahead and separate them one more time, and now you use it as a tablet again. It gives you that ability to go back and forth between them one another because you have that form factor, but also it's that processor on the inside of quad-core technology. And Guy, when you think about screens, this is one of the sharpest screens we've had in a tablet. This is that full HD resolution. So a lot of times when you're watching movies, when you're watching TV shows, when we're using this as that television experience, the screen, it's not really as good. It's VGA quality, it's VCR quality. This is super clear, high definition resolution, but it's that bigger screen. not the 7-inch, not the 9-inch, but that bigger 10-inch display. And when you see the other ports that we have that camera that's on the front, so you can use your front-facing chat. On the back side, there's also another camera that's on the back side, so you have 2 high-definition cameras. So now, Guy, if you need to use this just for making phone calls and video calls or chatting with your doctor or using that webcam to chat with your grandkids, you can now do this as a full-functioning tablet. And when you're ready to, again, turn it into a computer, Guy, just match up those magnets, it snaps back into place, and now you've got a quad-core computer right here in your hands.
I just think too, Joe, that people, I've been working with Lou all day, sorry, you guys don't mind if I mix up your names, because you guys are buddies. Joe, no, I haven't worked with Joe in a long time either, I miss my buddy Joe, but Joe, I think the deal with it is too, is a lot of people are very comfortable with keys on their computer, right? And when they think about touchscreen, they think about their phone. They don't think about, because a lot of people don't just have I would say most people that have a really expensive phone, unless they're loaded, with bucks, they're not also going to get a really expensive tablet, right? I mean, Joe, my phone is $1,000, right? And I don't have a $1,000 tablet. No way. It's like one or the other. So what's nice about this is, if you already have your phone, you get the tablet experience and you get a computer experience. And if you're on a budget, like most of us are, because Joe, hey, listen, I could go spend, $900 on a tablet, $800-900 on a really crazy expensive tablet, but who has money to do that? And are you really getting your money's worth out of that tablet? A lot of people just buy it because they're going for the big name, but Compaq, let's talk about Compaq. Compaq's been around for a long time, Joe, right?
Since the 1980s, one of the leaders when it comes to computer innovation. There's so much technology, and especially when you think about electronics, there have been brands that have been around for 5 years. And this is a company that's been around for 40 years, really bringing you innovative technology, like especially even that magnetic system. Like you can go out and buy tablets that don't have a keyboard, and then in order to buy a keyboard, you can spend $70-80 on just a keyboard. Then you have to plug it in. Then you have to use Bluetooth. You have to do all these different connections. Compaq used that innovation where it's a magnetic system that you don't have to do any of that. It already comes with it and already attaches to it. But the nice thing, too, is when you have that bigger screen, when you have a more vibrant screen, it's easier on your eyes. There's less eye strain. There's less eye fatigue because you really have one of the sharpest screens that we've ever had. But because this is a Google operating system, I love this part, Guy, because a lot of times we think about Google as it's in a tablet, it's about having fun. Yes, we can download our casino games. Yes, we can download Candy Crush. We can do all that stuff. But then sometimes we need to get a little bit of schoolwork done. Maybe you're doing work around the house. This, you can download Google Docs, Google Sheets. You can download Microsoft Office. All that stuff is free on the Google Play Store. And when you have access to the Google Play Store, there's over 1 million different apps and games and books and movies and magazines right here at your fingertips. So if this needs to be for your kids for the next 8 or 9 months in school, you can download all the apps that's perfect for you. My mom loves Candy Crush. She's been playing that for like 5 or 6 years. She's on like level 5,000, but when she had her old tablet and she got to the new one, it brings in all that data too. So you don't lose track of anything because this is that Google operating system. But because it is Google, it also on the homepage, it has that Google Assistant. So if you have any questions at all, you tap this button. What's the weather in Tampa? Instantly, because that quad-core processor is just telling me how fast it is right there. Now, every fall, we start baking cookies. I can do this. Find me a chocolate chip cookie recipe. And it's got this really cool mode where you can go hands-free. So, Guy, you can bring up the recipe, and you can swipe your hand over in front of the camera, and it turns the page on the recipe. It's really wild.
I love that.
That's only exclusive to Google. But we were talking about downloading apps. A lot of us download apps, and then we lose track of where those apps are. You can say this. Open Facebook. It can find where that app is because I'm already logged in.
Boom, there it is.
It's going to automatically load it in there for me.
That's quick,
and,
Joe.
I got to turn this vertically. It automatically organizes it and rotates it vertically. But because I've got quad-core, because I've got more RAM, Guy, all those programs are still running in the background. It's that fast, compact technology that's really making this incredible.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Joe, when you think about the IPS screen, right? You say the top of the line screen, you got 32 gig, it's not a 16. It's expandable, so you can add more memory. And then when you think of 2 gigs of RAM, You know, that's really big because normally you'll get 1 gig of RAM on a lot of these tablets, and you go and you spend $89, $99, and you're like, why is my computer slow? Why am I having trouble multitasking? Because they skip out those features. That's what Compaq put into this. So this is a step above, you know, maybe your average tablet or your above average tablet. This is a little bit more of the above average tablet, and it comes to you from a name, as we said, a company been around for 40 years. There's a lot of 5 and 10-year-old companies out there that are very good. I tend to go with the companies that have been around for a while. I like the fact that they have a reputation to uphold, and they care about it. So if you do run into a problem, a lot of new companies will be like, yeah, we'll just get new customers. No, with these companies, they want to keep the customers they have. And that is a really big deal. That's why you look for a company that's got some historical relevance, and this one does. Let me go through colors one more time. Slate blue, most popular right now. That's the one right over here. I have it available in the burgundy. This is copper. There's slate. This is gold, and then this is charcoal. It's like a pencil color, right? Graphite color. Another thing I like, Joe, is I can tell by holding it how well made it is. Joe, have you ever seen a 2-in-1 tablet and it may or may not have a magnetic closure, and you take it off and then you realize that you can actually bend the keyboard?
You're right.
You know what I'm saying, Joe? I'm like, this is a solid keyboard. You know what I'm talking about, right, Joe?
Oh, for sure. And it protects that screen. I mean, it really acts like almost a case as well. And when you look at the color, whether the color's on the back, it also flips and protects the screen. So the color's on the front too. Because this is a bigger screen and it is IPS, I want you to notice that you can look at multiple angles and that screen is still vibrant and sharp, even though I've got a lot of lights that are right now directed on the screen. But if you're looking from the back and you're wondering, well, how do you hold this by one hand? I highly recommend you pick one of these up. It's called G-Hold. This has been a company that's been here at HSN for going on 6 years now, but it allows you to hold the tablet in one hand. You can rotate it in 360 degrees. When you have a bigger tablet, a bigger screen like this, it just makes it easier. It's more comfortable to be able to use. So I highly recommend you pick one of those up. But the other thing about having something like this, guy, is that when you have that bigger screen, it is easier on your eyes. There's less eye strain. There's less eye fatigue because that screen is so sharp and so bright. But then the other technology that we have, like you mentioned, internally, there's 32 gigabytes worth of memory. There's an expansion slot on the side. There are a lot of the tablets that you can buy, but a lot more that once you fill up that 32 gigs, you got to buy another tablet to get more memory. Here you can add another memory card. There is an HDMI port if you want to plug this into a television. There's a full-size USB port as well if you want to plug in your other accessories to it. Because yes, I'm holding this like a tablet, but now I can turn it into a full functioning computer so I can plug in all those extra accessories. This does have Bluetooth, so if I want to plug in my earbuds and watch a Netflix movie or Disney Plus movie, I can easily do that. And then, guys, this also has Wi-Fi built into it. So yes, you're gonna walk around your house, be connected, but that printer that you had at the top of the hour, this can also wirelessly print to that HP printer. So it's really technology, whether you're a senior and you want to use this to play Candy Crush in your casino games, or you're a student and you need it for schoolwork, or if you're like me, who I love to get away from the kids and watch a movie every once in a while, it really feeds every generation to be that 1-2 computer to go to.
This is your computer you can live with, right? This is what you can take with you on vacation, 10-hour battery, watch a movie, stream Netflix, do all that stuff. It's got plenty of power. It's got plenty of RAM. It's got everything you're looking for. Don't be fooled by lesser priced computers that have less as far as storage and as far as being able to multitask. It's a big deal. Quad-core is a big deal. We sell a lot of regular laptops that are dual-core. Quad-core is the thing that's gonna help the whole thing run better. And then you've got, I believe it's Android Oreo, which is a great operating system as well. Joe, perfect job. Thank you, buddy.
It's good to see you. Thanks for having me.
All right, Joe. See you later. 635-420 is the item number. Are we stepping away or are we going right over? Oh, all right. Come on over. I'm going to take you on a little tour of something that I own. I mentioned earlier, and I was not fooling around when I tell you this is probably my favorite.